Welcome to the Classic American Stars and Stripes show powered by Hagerty, one of the UK's biggest and best American car shows. From Corvettes to Chryslers, Cadillacs to Camaros, everything from America is right here at Tatton Park. So let's have a wander around and see some stars of the stripes. This is the definition of a classic American land barge. It might not even be fitting in the shop for all I know. A Lincoln Continental Mark V. And let me give you some numbers. 19 foot 3 inches, 7.5 litre V8 under a bonnet so big, I think a whole Mini would fit in there. This is vast. This particular one is the rare Diamond Jubilee edition. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it is like classic American luxury throughout. You've got button back velour interior. You've got just more wood grain than most 70s American households, and I think this is gorgeous. If you're going to do classic American luxury, do it right, do it as big as possible. Look at the portholes in the back. I adore this. It wouldn't fit on 2 of my driveway, but I still want it. Cars that don't quite fit in the frame is going to be a theme today. Welcome to the Buick Riviera Boattail, one of the most divisive classic American cars ever. It came after a more classic Riviera look, and this one, as you might be able to tell by a shot of the back, is meant to look like a boat. And you know what? It kind of looks like one at the front with that big prow, doesn't it? For me, though, this is one of the best looking classic American cars, because not only have you got all the grandeur and the scale that you get from all these old yank tanks, but also it's totally unique and it wears it so well. It's got that massive prow at the front, of course the white wall tyres, and the colour scheme on this one is beautiful with this kind of jade emeraldy green and the sort of white off-white interior with the colour match roof. This is gorgeous in my eyes, and with over 7 litres under the bonnet and over 300 horsepower, it goes pretty well for a yank tank at this age as well. I'm a big fan. Take a normal Dodge Charger, make it even bigger with this enormous but aerodynamic nose with pop-up headlights, stick an enormous wing on the back that a Subaru Impreza could only dream about, and you've got a car fit to win Daytona, and indeed it did. This is one of the biggest legends of the world of classic American muscle cars, and that's why a pucker race-going one is worth around $500,000 these days. And this one certainly looks $1 million. Ask most Brits to picture an American car and they'll probably think of this, the iconic Dodge Charger General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard. Of course this isn't the real one, that's in a museum somewhere, but this is a really nice faithful replica with the correct wheels, with all the writing all over it, the slightly controversial flag on the roof, the O1. They haven't welded the door shut on this one, and for their sake I'm not going to do the jump through the doors, but it is epic and it brings back loads of memories for people who watched the Dukes of Hazzard growing up. They reckon they went through between 150 and 200 Dodge Chargers in the whole production of the Dukes of Hazzard. They even followed people on highways in helicopters to flag them down and ask if they wanted to sell their cars to have it done up like this for the TV. Pretty cool to see there are still some surviving in a state as good as this. I love it. Since the 1950s, the Corvette is and always has been America's sports car. Big V8, fiberglass body, and some gorgeous styling. And the Corvette Club have, as ever, brought a fantastic selection. There's C3s, I can see C6s, C5s, C4s. There's even a few of the new mid-engine C8 Corvette here, and each and every one of them stands out in its own way. This is one of the American cars that for a long time has been able to hold a candle to European sports cars for its looks and its performance and its cool factor. I mean, that or a Ferrari? I know which I'm picking. This is the Chevrolet SSR, and it's classic American muscle. LS V8, rear-wheel drive. This one's a convertible, which is very cool, and it's got a little party piece. It's a pickup truck. No one really asked for this, but we're so glad they made it, because while they didn't sell very many, I love these. The quirky styling is uber cool. Do you need a convertible V8 pickup truck? No, but I bet after seeing this, you want one. I certainly do. Say Thunderbird to most Brits and they'll think of puppets awkwardly mincing along the stage. But in America, Thunderbird means this, the Ford Thunderbird, one of the most iconic two-door coupes that they've ever made, and this one is gorgeous. It's a really nice spec. It's just classic, old English white, red leather interior with some white piping, a lovely sort of waterfall style dashboard. It's beautiful. I don't know a huge amount about it, but it deserves a mention because for me, it's one of the classiest cars here. Big fan. Depending on what generation you're from, a Cadillac either looks like this or like this. We'll start with this, a 1983 Fleetwood Brougham d'Elegance. And if you were a bigwig back in the early 80s in America, you didn't buy an S-Class, you bought one of these babies. It's the size of a small bungalow, it rocks like a waterbed, it's got a button-back red velour interior and a whole sideboard for a dashboard. It is magnificent, proper old school Caddy. But believe it or not, Cadillac purists consider these when the small Cadillacs started. So, yeah, definitely a compact car, that one. But if you grew up in my era, the 90s and the early 2000s, you saw these, the Escalade, the SUV with its chrome wheels and its bling and its 6 seats and its leather armchairs inside and cinema and air conditioning, and there's probably a swimming pool back there somewhere as well. This was the car that all the rappers and all the great and the good had in the early 2000s. If you watched MTV and Pimp My Ride and so on, you saw a lot of these. And you know what? I think it's earned its place in pop culture and modern classic American car culture. I can all but guarantee you haven't seen one of these before, particularly in Britain. Originally, this was the Pontiac Solstice, America's attempt to make a sports car that Europe might like. It had 4-cylinder engines, 2 litres and 2.4s, but this is an even rarer version, a Saturn Sky, wearing the now defunct Saturn badge on it. It's got to be one of maybe only 1 or 2 in the country. And you know what? I rather like it. It's got kind of a baby TVR type look to it, quite a nice leather-lined interior. It's rare, but I certainly care about it. Perhaps the most ubiquitous of all American cars, the Mustang, well represented here by the Mustang Owners Club of Great Britain, and they've got everything from the new S650 and the S550 that you can buy in the UK with right-hand drive to some of the older generations. Further behind me, you can see we've got a classic one there. Further back, there's the older generation, the 4.6 litre V8s. Mustangs of all generations, all variants. We've got hard tops, we've got convertibles. There's V8s, there is the odd V6 here, whisper it. Manual, automatic, the classics, the modern classics, the 90s ones, the noughties ones. If you love a Mustang, this is the place to come. And I think we're probably overdue for a Mustang video, don't you? And finally, we couldn't cover American stuff without talking about a pickup truck or two. And what a contrast we've got here. This lovely 60s Chevy stepside, beautifully patinated, and it's real patina, I can tell you, with some period stuff in the back and the rusty spare wheel. This is beautiful. It's out of every Instagram post, quite frankly, but also a lot of old American films that you've seen. It's gorgeous. It doesn't really matter if it's low or if it's slow. We love it. And then over here, a bit more modern, we've got the Dodge Ram Rumblebee. Only the Americans could name it that. It's got a 5.7 HEMI in it. It's bright yellow, and it's got what's called the shaker hood with the big bonnet vent bulge in it. And again, embodies American stuff perfectly, right down to the chrome wheels and the big stripe. And I think if ever you need to prove that Americans know how to do cool commercial vehicles, this proves it. So that was the classic American Stars and Stripes show powered by Hagerty. And I have to say, if you're not used to American car shows, come to this one. It has been a fantastic atmosphere here today with some incredible cars of all sorts. And if you don't know anything about American stuff, come here, talk to some extremely knowledgeable people on cars that you might not know much about. But why don't you comment down below, what was your favourite car of this video? Would you like to see more American stuff on the channel? And on that front, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Classics World for all our future content, and we'll see you very soon. I'm off for a hot dog. The catering squad, I don't know why this lot are struggling. It's only eating a hot dog, but very good.